It first. Get your own.
I get it though from Steve Legale. I get it.
Now I feel relaxed, but I have to think of Bob Marley all the time.
Don't worry about a
Be
thing.
happy.
Everything is gonna be alright.
Strike the hammer while iron is hot.
Do you know how Bob Marley likes his donuts?
We're jamming.
We're jamming.
I have a good qualifying.
Hey, believe me, that's actually not a bad one for Steve. I've heard a lot worse.
Yeah.
Thanks for the smoke there, Steve.
No worries, mate.
But Steve, did you had experience in real motorsport because you have so nice profile pictures of the Rover Vitesse or what it is?
Oh yeah, my SC1, that was brilliant. I was sideways through the S-bends and put my thumb up to the commentator in the centre.
Clear right.
Yeah, unfortunately you see them that often in Germany, but they are like beautiful cars somehow.
Yeah, it was an ex-rally car that I bought for local hill climbs, and I used to take my daughter to a motocross and a motocross bike in the back of that.
That's cool.
Yeah, he got that car when he was, what were you, 54, 55, Steve, when you got that?
Cut off!
Yeah, just after the war, he just came out of the army.
I was laying around as milk in the shop.
Me too.
Sorry. Hello Mario. But you have massive contact with your bottom.
Yeah. I know.
But it's okay.
The car ahead has just done at 1:36.8.
Yeah, the last thing you want is your bottom scraping off the floor. Bollocks!
Oh, you bollocks.
Yeah, you don't want them scraping on the floor either.
P6, that was at 1.
I've never heard bollocks so often in my life than this evening.
Oh, believe me, I'm actually taking it easy tonight.
It's
Nice
the
to
track.
know.
It's the track.
But they teach you that stuff. They don't teach you that stuff in Oxford English.
Sector 1
I don't know, I never went to Oxford.
Caution.
I had to in school.
So I reckon you didn't shower together.
Sorry?
No, never mind.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Your brake temperatures are looking good. The guy behind has just done at 1:33.7 seconds. 1:32. The last lap was at 1:32.4. The track temperature's rising. It's now 30 Celsius.
God damn it!
Sector 1's quick.
But you lose a lot of grip when you follow other cars, right?
Yeah, you do in the corners.
That is always the same as me.
Sector 2 time is okay.
Well, that'll have to do then.
The guy behind has just done it 1:32.6 seconds. You estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining. You've just done it 1:32.3 seconds. Yellow flag. It'll polish out, mate. Forget about it.
I hate these delta bars.
I'm sure you should be able to disable them somehow.
Hate the what, sorry?
And next time.
Yeah, I think you use the DinHUD editor. Then you can get rid of them, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I'm assuming you can.
Oh, piss off.
The guy behind has just done it 1:32.4 seconds.
Getting there, Steve.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
And another, what, 3.5 temps?
Shit. I'm getting out this lap.
You can do it.
Do it. Do it now.
Get to the chopper. We'll have to try these Rhine Landrino one time.
But you can do.
Ah, come on.
That's 20 minutes to go.
Brands hat should be good.
Yeah, we're running that already next week. So that, I think these Rhine Landrino will work
The
for
guy
next week.
ahead has just done it 1:32.1.
Can't remember what I'm working yet, whether I can race or not.
Skype off. Phone in sick.
I've had one day off sick in 15 years.
Well, you're overdue one then, aren't you?
That's sick.
Let's get some heat into these brakes.
Oh, fuck off.
Yellow flag, keep your wits
Yeah.
about you, mate.
bloody car.
That's not fair. Steve chopped off half a steering wheel.
Come on, track limits. This lap won't count.
Yeah, gotta lighten the load, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's going to lighten your car by a couple of pounds.
What have you got, an old wheel?
can't go on the wheel otherwise.
Well, if you're going to go to that length, why not just unplug it and chuck it out the window? And use your hands.
Cheers, Paul.
No problem here.
Do you need to pit in this race when we get to the end with 40 litres?
Unlikely. It is doable. Some people have managed in the past.
It's a 30-minute race now, isn't it?
Just look good.
Yeah.
10 minutes if you
Another 20 minutes.
30. Yeah, some people have managed to do it without a stop.
Clear left.
Yeah, I think I'm coming in about 2 laps. 2 laps to go, I think.
If you only get a fuel saver, and you've got a good loop, then there's a chance of it. Otherwise, you'll need to pit.
Come Mario.
P3. Track temps increasing. It's now 32 Celsius.
Not for me.
Oh. Bollock. Bollocks.
Again.
That's my thing. Get your own.
Sorry.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Shit, 132?
Surprised he hasn't got a 131 yet.
Who's that?
Dan.
Have the
mind
times
you,
got
you're
slower since the update to version 1?
No idea.
Because I've got a saved setup that's a bit faster than that. I can't get near it.
Sector 2 is 5.
Are you sure it's for this
off
version
the
of
pace.
Montreal?
Because
This is
might
the
not be.
1988 version, not the modern one.
Would it still show up in the
Yes, I think so. Because
Would
it's
do.
still
Oh,
under
sorry, I was coming
Montreal.
through.
Yeah, it's still under Montreal, so that'll be what it is.
But surely the other one would be a slower track because the chicane's a lot tighter, isn't it?
Yeah, but the curbs aren't as heavy, so you can go over the curbs a bit more.
Just done a 1:33.1. Yellow flag.
Okay, sorry.
Damn it, Theo.
Did I catch you?
Sector 1 time is good.
We agreed 50 litres is going to do it, yeah?
Yeah. 50 litres will be plenty. I hope. Take 90 just to be on the safe side though.
Oh, we're on at 68.
No, we're on about litres if you're not your age.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking...
It's projecting
Sector 2 is
11
3
laps on
tenths
34
off the
litres.
pace.
I'm
I don't
planning
think
on
that's right.
one stop.
Yeah, that's my way.
Oh, right.
I'll
Okay.
make it about 2.2 litres a lap, roughly. So we won't quite get to
20,
the end of
40,
40.
so 50, yeah.
I'm taking...
15 minutes left.
I'm taking 31 and 31. Yeah, that's alright. I don't know, you know what?
That was 23.8.
You don't need that. You don't need that much, man. You don't
No,
need it. Not nearly that much.
Wednesday, John, okay? Montreal, okay, Formula 3.
What's one of them? Hey, it's been a long day. I've got all 5 hours of work today.
Bloody hell. Hey Theo, what you doing, man? Slow the fuck down.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Oh the 32s, eh, you bastard? And you, Johnny boy. Bloody hell. I better pull
I know
my
you're
shirt out.
slacking tonight. You're the only one in the 33s.
I'm only about
Yeah.
6 seconds behind you.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Paul, I'm going to get you back for Monday, so hang in there.
Jimbo!
Yes,
We,
You're
yeah.
fired.
You- Yeah. Well, there's 13 minutes left of it. And it's going too well for some people, like Dan.
And it's going not so well for the other people.
Dan and yours. Bloody hell, 32. Oh, and Ishmael. And Theo, 35. Ah, yeah. Not for me. Okay, I'll go for a
Last lap was at 1:52.1 seconds.
Rapidly try and set up everything for all this.
Yellow flag, caution.
So how much fuel are people putting in again?
I have absolutely no idea now. Because
I'm just going
the hell out of
50.
myself.
16? 16 people, 15 racing, all right? Because you're on there too, or you aren't in yet. Oh, you're not even on yet, so 16, yeah.
What did you say, 60
You're
litres?
right.
5-0. That's what I'm going for anyway.
How much?
50, 5-0. But
50.
yeah, it's up to you how you split it, I guess. You can go ahead and start
That-
with, or
50 for the whole race, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
think.
Sector 2 time is good.
Should be more than enough.
What are those English slow? What are those English slow? What are those English slow?
Crazy man.
He's got what he expects.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
So everybody knows I can't help it. I cannot help it because I'm Dutch, okay?
Yellow flag, watch out.
It's not Park Ferme, is it?
It shouldn't be, I don't think.
You've just gone outside of track limits. This lap will be deleted.
I thought the races were 20 minutes, but oh no, they used to be 40 minutes.
Yeah, we shortened the races just during the summer. They're all 30 minutes as a rule.
Apart from the VIR one the other night.
2 minutes.
An hour.
2 minutes. Minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Well, that was close.
2 litres remaining. We're running on fumes, mate. Coming to the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
How much more quality have we got?
Just
10
a few
minutes.
minutes.
Oh! Mine says 9 minutes. Is that not true?
Yeah, it's going to be about right.
Right, Vic.
What have I done this time? Oh, that makes a change.
Tracks
Is it my
clear.
birthday?
Push, push, push. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy.
Definitely owed if you don't know. I can't remember how old I am anymore. People ask me, and I'm usually within a year or two.
There's that whole thing after New Year, you're still writing the wrong bloody date.
Until I got a pit crew earlier to remove the cat off my leg.
You've just gone outside the track limits. This lap will be deleted. Yellow flag. Keep you
Like a bit of pussy around your leg.
I was going to say most guys wouldn't complain about that.
Scratch. Ignore it.
Ginger.
There's nothing wrong with
Blimey.
gingers.
Well, what's the difference between a ginger, minge and a cricket ball? if you try really, really, really hard, you could eat a cricket ball.
That put me off.
Are we actually live yet, Jim?
Hope not.
Yes.
Oh!
Just curious.
No, the audio's not working.
All those kids tuned in listening.
Yeah, maybe they'll finally learn something.
Never trust a ginger.
Yeah.
No pressure, Jim, but you have still six minutes.
No offence, John.
We're going live.
None taken.
We're going live. So, tone it down a fraction. Steve, tell that joke again. If I give you a countdown, you're going to be rude, so I'm not going to tell you when to go live. Sometime very soon. Hello everybody, say hi to the stream.
Hi,
Hello.
Free.
Hello, stream.
Hello.
How are you, stream?
Some off the pace.
Apologies, viewers, for the
Is it wet down there?
hardiness of the stream. It's all.
Are you
all
wet,
the
stream?
commentators' fault. We normally start around 7:30 to catch the qualifying, but tonight I got delayed.
He's late.
But we're here. We're late indeed. We're here. We're at Montreal.
Yellow
We
flag.
have a whole, well, unfortunately only 2 million viewers at the moment, but hopefully that will grow as those emails from Twitch go out and inform people that we're live. And we have Dan
You're 2
O'Neill
tenths off the pace in sector 2.
pole position. And there is a tiny gap down to Jurgen Horbelt in second. What is that? 0.009 in time there between Dan O'Neill and Jurgen Horbelt. Third place is Ishmael.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Let's see who's on track. See if we can get some drivers. Ishmael's on track. He's looking at the last chicane. Wow, that was 6 gears through there. I don't think I can do that.
That was at 1:33.8 seconds.
That's a little bit of a beast on the power front.
I can just confirm 6th gear didn't work.
Bust the wall of champions again.
Well, Ishmael Yakubu is just third place.
Here's my-
2.095. The top 3 drivers are all in within less than, what's that, 5?
Sector 1 time is good.
Yes, 500. So very a little breathing space at the top there. We're going to stick with this lap with Ismail rather. Of the correct pronunciation. Let's see if
Yellow flag, caution.
correctly. He is. He might be concentrating. Ismail or Ismail. How do I say your first name? Ismail. Thank you, Ismail. Apologies. Thank you. Apologies for
42 times, okay.
Yes, Leo ran the Brinkade in 4th place. And I put him off.
Yellow flag, keep you waiting about you, mate. Picked up a bit of aero damage.
Let's, enough of that bad commentator action. We'll switch to Theo, who we just saw scooting across the dirt there. As he's trying to get his fastest line. Is that the Wall of Champions after the chicane? Is that the
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I guess Theo had a brush with the wall there since he was on the grass on the lead up.
Yellow flag.
Is that with documentary right now? Commentary?
We are. It is live on stream, and I attempt to do what some may call commentary. Yes, that's correct.
So that's a premiere for me.
Indeed. Sorry, is that Ismail? No, who's speaking then? I can't see. Sorry. Daniel. Let's see. Daniel. What's his name?
Yeah, try it.
Radel. There we go. Radel. Well, let's get you on the stream. Is this your first race, multiplayer race, Daniel?
It's the third in Automobilista.
Third in Automobilista. Well, you'll be pleased to know there's no pressure as you enter that first corner there that you are live on the stream, Daniel. You might regret speaking up there, I don't know. But Daniel currently is in 12th place. Have you done the Formula 3 with us before, Daniel, in the club races?
Yellow flag.
You're off now. I'm putting you off now. Have you done the Formula 3s with us before, Daniel, or is this the first club event with us on the Formula 3?
No, it's the second.
The second?
Yeah.
Were you here last week? I wasn't around last week. You did the commentating.
Yeah, Velocita was it, right?
Yes, that's right, yes. So,
But
Daniel, yes, it's one... Sorry, Daniel, go on.
Yeah, Velocita was quite funny because I didn't know the course at all and I started driving in the official practice basically, so I maybe not allowed to say that, but I fucked it all up.
Yeah, we can cope with that.
Bollocks.
Well, so Daniel, he is... well, let's get that back to the right place. Yes, he's top place, 135.111. He's got a top speed of 149.8. Now, those speeds are only showing since I joined the server. So they may not be the fastest speeds the drivers have achieved there. But, yeah, Daniel's speed's about middle of the road. Not, I imagine he's got a middle downforce setting. He's not particularly fast in a straight line or slow. So middle of the road there for Daniel. See who else is out on the track. There's just 40 seconds left of the qualifying period. Number 4, Theo, is coming down to the last chicane. He will get another go at a hot lap if he's got the fuel and the tyres for it. Let's see how he does on this. 132.404 is his best before. No improvement there for Theo, but he has another lap. He can still turn to try and improve his position. If he can pick up 3/10, he would jump from 4th to 1st place.
Yes. All a champion. Hello.
That's the end of the session, P3.
Yeah, I too can't do it in 6th.
No, I tried up in the front wing. I still can't.
Well,
I can get through there in 6, I just lead off slightly. Just ever... Yeah. Wish I could do the rest of the course.
Brings the qualifying to an end. Who's out on track? Position number 11, Sven Arne Andersen is in 11th place, 134.5. He doesn't need a lot to pick up another position, get him in the top 10. Let's see how Sven does. Crosses the line. He does pick up 10th place. Well done, Sven. A glorious last lap there. He steals 10th place off Jeff. and he's only 7,000ths behind Paul Fennick.
Are you okay, Jeff?
I'm okay.
He saw Sven steal 10th off him. Paul, how do I pronounce your surname? Is it Fennick or Fenwick? What's the best pronunciation, Paul? Paul, you there, Paul?
It's a silent F.
Well, that brings the qualifying session to an end, and I need to go and tuck my children in bed. So I'm going to have to mute the mic and go and say good night to
Don't
children.
forget to unmute when you come back.
I'll do my best to run another mute mic gate or anything. I shall only say to viewers, there's 2 million people who will be disappointed, and 1 million of those people is myself. So yes, but hopefully when we return for the race, we'll have a few more viewers. I shall be back in a moment, gentlemen.
Okay, Jim.
Is there a 3-minute warm-up?
1 minute it should be.
Oh, okay.
If it's going to work. Yep, there we go. It's working. Good.
Why only 1 minute?
'Cause that's all I ever run. That's all I ever have done.
It's just long enough to change your setup, really. That's about all, isn't it?
Yeah, long enough to go for a quick piss.
Not at my age.
1 minute.
I need 10 minutes.
Too short for another cigarette.
Are you crazy?
Why is my thing? Why am I hitting buttons here?
Is my microphone on?
Yep.
Cheers.
Why did you have to say yes?
No.
Sorry.
The good old childish things. It's like my boss was underneath his car repairing the exhaust pipe. And so I just went round and beeped the horn.
Great.
It has to be done.
I bet he smacked his head on something.
It has to be done. How old you get, you've got to do these childish things.
Definitely. I only did that yesterday.
I timed that lucky. This warm-up is just me,
Indeed.
Did you unmute the microphone?
I have unmuted the microphone. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Let's quickly go through the standings very quickly. It's going to roll over to race, but I have 30 seconds before I can join the race. Anyway, Dan O'Neill made it in pole position. Well done, Dan. Jörn Horbelt in second. Third place was Ismail Yakubu. Fourth place, Theo van der Brink. Fifth place, Michael Temple. Sixth place, our admin for the evening. Yes, it's John Suter. Indeed. Seventh place is Steve Legele. 8th place is Gaspar Zupan. 9th place is Paul Fennick. 10th is Ben Arne Anderson, who we just saw steal 10th place off Jeff Lasecki. Gentlemen, don't listen to me. Make sure you get to the grid. Ignore me a little bit. Don't miss your spot.
We normally do ignore you.
Indeed. 11th place Jeff Lasecki. 12th place Daniel Radel. 13th Ingemar Peterson. 14th Nick Lawrence. 15th Jakob Skov. 16th Mario Runge. And 17th is myself. And we have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. There we go. I should now be able to go and join from the pits. There we go. Excellent. So we will watch Dan O'Neill lead the formation lap around the track.
Does that mean I can't exceed 100 kph?
That's it, yeah.
I haven't
doesn't matter
actually
if you
ever
do.
noticed
There's no
a
penalty,
penalty. Yeah, I've
Yeah, you
never
don't get
noticed to give you a penalty.
I just
Sure.
No.
There
I
wasn't even
I
out
mean-
the markers.
Yeah, I've never seen. I know I've exceeded it significantly before and not received a penalty, but that doesn't mean you won't get one down if I'm wrong. We'll see. I don't think it's a problem anyway. We can see the tire marks on the circuit in Automobilista. The what's it called? The tire rubbering in. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Is retained through the different sessions. So all the laps in practice and qualifying the drivers have done tonight will have helped to rubber in that circuit, but also there'll be plenty of marbles off the racing line as well. So we have Dan O'Neill in the red and white car. The yellow and white of Jörn Horbelt and Ismail Yakubu there, second and third place. Theo van der Brink, and my personal favourite, the orange and white. I always pick a car with orange in just so everybody knows who to avoid. But it might be Theo who needs avoiding tonight. We'll see. Michael Temple, black and red, the number 25 car. John Suter, also in black and red, so it's hard to tell them apart because I believe he's also in the number 25
No,
car.
it's easy to tell us apart. I'll be the one spinning.
Okay. The one going backwards with lots of smoke, that'll be John Suter. Steve Legale, again, he is in my personal favourite colourings there. Oh, it's not number 19, Steve.
No, there isn't one.
Oh,
Michael,
Steve.
incidentally, I think you got your pit limiter on.
Can I say something to my German friend because he's not so good in English?
Of course you can, go for it.
Mario, wenn wir jetzt am Startziel ankommen, ist da ein rotes Viereck und da musst du wieder rein. Also es ist stehender Start. It's standing start, right?
Yeah,
Indeed,
yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Line up in the red box and wait for the green light.
And the game will say if you are on a correct or not correct.
The game
You will see nothing is it correct, but if it's not correct, it say you are not standing on a good position.
Mario verstanden?
I think.
Also das Spiel sagt dir, ob du in der richtigen Position bist oder nicht.
Yeah.
Mario, we'll keep an eye on you from the stream, so if you're not lined up, we'll let Daniel know and he can translate if it's not clear. But yes, there should be a red box for you to line up, and the game should tell you if you're not in the box correctly. As soon as every player is lined up correctly, the lights will start to come on. And as you, I'm sure you know, as soon as they all go out, the race will be starts. And looks like yes, the lights are on, so Mario, you've got it sorted. Let's get the camera done there, yes, there it is.
Carl.
Lights are off, they go. Dan O'Neill looks like he's got time. Ismail looks like he had a good one. Theo van der Brink is racing through from fourth place. He's picking up a few places already. Let's get to Theo. He's in second place.
Watch out, Michael.
The grid changing, a little bit of contact between Ismail and Jörn, but they've made it through safely. And Theo van der Brink has an excellent start from fourth place up into second. Let's watch the cars zoom past. Dan O'Neill first, Theo van der Brink in second, Ismail in third, Jörn in fourth, John Suter, Michael Temple, Steve Legale, Paul Fennick. Oh, they're coming through too quickly. Ingemar Peterson, Nick Lawrence, and Mario Runster in 16th place. That's everybody through. Doesn't look like we had anybody make a detour and end up going over the grass or hit the barrier. Yes, so everybody's a good first lap so far as we come into the chicane that leads up to the tightest corner in the course, the hairpin. Theo, I don't think Theo's close enough to attempt to move on Dan O'Neill. So let's have a look back. Where are the close times? Ismail Yakubu and Jörn Horbelt are one of the closest. So we're going to ride from the front wing of Jörn Horbelt's car. Looking ahead there to Ismail. Let's have a look behind. John Suter's behind. John's picked up a place. I think he was in sixth. He's up to fifth. I may have had. Were you in fifth, John? I can't remember. I thought you were in sixth.
Yes.
Sixth, yes. So John Suter picked up a place from the starting grid. Well done, John. Safely through the chicane for Jörn. The fastest lap for Dan O'Neill, 139.179. Okay, so it looks like it's very close between Sven Arne Andersen and Michael Temple. Let's ride with the trackside camera as Michael Temple gets a wheel alongside Sven Arne. It's very close. Sven's defending. And they're through the chicane safely. There's literally inches between the two cars there. Michael will be struggling with a loss of downforce because so close to Sven, but he's doing well to control the car. As we see Gaspar Zupan run a little wide, outbroke himself into that corner. That gives Michael Temple a chance. He's got a significant overlap now with Sven Arne Andersen. Can he hold it into the corner? Yeah, it looks like he will. Oh no, he's outbroke himself, he's spun. I think he'll avoid too much damage. Is he going to get back on the track safely? He does. Well done, Michael Temples. Unfortunate to catch the grass there, I think is what happened, and spun the car straight back round. So, but coming through the halfway through the second lap, really, Dan O'Neill still in first place. Theo van der Brink is half a second back in second. Ismail Yakubu third place. Jürgen Horbelt in fourth. John Suter is holding on to fifth. He's gained a place from Steve Legale, who is in sixth place at the moment. It really is a close battle between Fernand Anderson, Gasper Zupan. I think we've got Jakob Skov behind as well, and Ingemar Peterson and Jeff Lasecki there, all having a good fight for those midfield places.
Front is now 6/10.
So we're going to ride from Sven's rear wing, looking back at Gaspar Zupan in ninth place. As the cars snake through the chicane there. This next one is one of the hardest ones. I was right on the hardest ones are braking, getting the line right through here and getting the power down as you sweep right out of that corner. Always very difficult, but Sven Arnanton seems to have done that quite well. Although Gaspar, did he miss a gear there? I'm not sure, because Gaspar seems to be closing quickly on that straight. He's not going to get close enough for an overtake though, as we see a lock up there, I think for Ingemar Peterson, locking up a little bit. Hopefully no flat spot for him.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Oh, curses, I hear curses. Is that Theo having trouble?
No, I was having a good fight, but I spun.
Car left, clear left.
Jacobi.
Oh, well, with Ismail, yes. Unfortunately, Ismail is in 7th place. There's still 25 minutes, just 5 minutes gone on the race. There's plenty of time for those good fights to happen again. Gentlemen, are we going to be pitting? Is anybody going to be trying a zero-stop strategy?
Don't think it's possible.
Not at this circuit, maybe not. And we haven't got our resident Arna Freinzena here tonight, who is the zero-stop specialist. He's not racing tonight. So I would expect most people to be pitting. Be interesting to see at what point they come in, and whether it's the halfway or whether they try and go out with a heavier tank to start with. So Ismail there, Ismail in 6th place. After a spin, he was having a battle with Theo van der Brink. Let's go back to Theo. He is holding that gap at half a second from himself and Dan O'Neill. It's extended slightly. It's about somewhere around 1 to 1.5 seconds at the moment. And Dan has pulled out a little lead, but it gives both drivers an opportunity now to settle down into that racing rhythm. Theo himself has got a gap to 1.5 seconds back to Jörn Horbelt. So at the front it seems to be settling down a little bit. Interesting, we can look at the top speeds now. So Dan O'Neill has, I have to say, one of the lower top speeds. Now either because he's been in the lead, he hasn't picked up a slipstream basically, but his top speed is only 150 miles an hour. Theo van der Brink is 152 and Jörn Horbelt is 153. But of course Dan will not have had the advantage of any slipstreams, being that he is in the lead, has been since his pole position start.
You could have gone to the Bosley,
Yeah, I know, I wasn't quite sure, so I thought back off, easier.
We have 4 million people watching. Welcome viewers, if you want to say anything in the chat, I've got the chat window open. I'll give you a mention. If you haven't subscribed or followed, sorry, not subscribed, followed. If you haven't followed the Race Department Twitch stream or channel already, then that again, if you click the follow button, will get you a shout out from all our drivers on TeamSpeak.
Can I ask something in between, even if it's not?
Of course you can, go for it, Daniel, yeah.
I got disqualified and I don't know why.
Did you get a stop, go, or anything? Did you in the top left hand corner of the screen, you sometimes get some symbols coming up, which might indicate you've been given a stop-go penalty.
Yeah, I think I just haven't seen it already. But there was something wrong with the steering wheel. I drove with 900 degrees of wheel rotation right by the start. I don't know why.
Right, it got reset or something, and yeah, that's probably the most likely reason. If it let you do 2 or 3 laps and then DQ'd you, disqualified you, then probably because you had to stop going, you didn't serve it. You have to serve it within 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah.
I think. I'm sorry. Sorry that's
That's no
happened, Daniel.
problem. It's a learning curve.
Indeed, it's happened to most people. I think it certainly happened to myself. So yes, unfortunate. But you're welcome to come and watch the stream, and we can see how people do. As we see, Jörn Holbach gets a bit of contact there with the back of Theo's car. He manages to save it from a spin. And Ismail has put in the fastest lap with a 132.9. Ismail had a spin earlier that lost him a few places, and he's fighting hard now to bring that back, and he set the fastest lap time to try and bring that gap down to Steve Legale. There's got about 4 seconds gap between them. He's going to try and bring that gap down.
Well,
Let's have...
I did almost the same as you did, John.
Right, fair enough.
I was just going through the field there, caught you, Tom. Were you having an overlap moment, were you? Was there an incident between Steve and John there? I just caught it.
No.
John went wide, and I saw the opportunity, hit the throttle too early, and almost spun it.
So the John's in 4th, Steve Legale in 5th. These two are having a good battle. That gap again has stayed around the half-second mark. It seems to be where you can sort of maintain that gap difference without getting affected by downforce issues and being in somebody else's slipstream. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if the order changes. Who else? I will keep it quiet. I'll just say the 4th place driver or something like that. Let's give try and give some other people some track time. Jeff Lasecki, we have Jeff on the stream as well, so we can take a lap or two with Jeff. He's in a Ferrari coloured bright red car.
Guys, I wish you a nice rest of the race. So I'm gonna practice somewhere else with these stop and go penalties. So see you next time. Bye bye.
Yeah, see you again, Daniel. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, yeah, Jeff Lasecki, he is out. He's in 11th place, 150 miles an hour. It's his top speed. He's got Michael Temple, pretty much bang on a second behind him. So we're going to switch to Michael's car. We're going to change to hopefully the front wing if the camera angle lets me. That'll do, there we go. Helmet cap we've got there. John's favourite, he can't help have a giggle at that one. Oh, schoolboy.
There's a
well avoided Gasper. Oh, was he not? Gasper, who had spun there, and Michael Temple. In fact, various drivers did very well to avoid that spin. And our viewing figures have increased. We're up to 6 million viewers. Thank you very much, viewers, for watching. Hey. So feel free to say hello in chat, guys, if you haven't done already.
Hello.
No, I didn't mean... Oh, stop it. Don't confuse the commentator. He's easily confused. Yes, viewers are free to say hello in chat. The guys can obviously speak, but you know, we try and keep them quiet. They're a bit of a rabble.
You're on minor aero damage. Stay out, it's not that bad. V6, your tyre temps are looking good. You've got half your fuel left.
I think I've offended them. They have all gone quiet.
We're not singing anymore.
I know some little get on, you know.
So that race between Michael Temple and Jeff Lasecki we saw a little bit earlier on. Michael Temple has got that gap down to under half a second. He's going to be pushing Jeff from that position, but Jeff has also managed to close up on Ingemar. I think Ingemar made a mistake there because that gap was bigger just a moment ago. So this is going to be an interesting three-way battle as each driver tries to hold on to their position. Michael Temple through in a very twisty section of the track after Jeff made a mistake, went hard over the curbs and has let Michael Temple through. So Michael's going to have his eyes on Ingemar Peterson now. We're going to ride, we're going to get driver's eye view with Michael Temple as he attempts to bring Ingemar Peterson. Was there contact there? I'm not sure. Was there contact, Ingemar?
I lost control.
I lost control. I didn't know if there was it looked a bit laggy just for a second there. I didn't see any contact, but it looked like there was a big bit of lag happened. I hope I didn't affect anything. Ingemar there, unfortunately, lost control under braking. So Ingemar now down into 11th place. He's back on track. He doesn't seem to have any damage. Hopefully he's steering in a straight line. It appears to be. Let's go back to the front of the race and see how that's going. Yes, Dan O'Neill.
Front tyres.
Open that gap up 3.5 seconds.
Should be about 9 minutes left.
Let's actually see that as Dan O'Neill will go through. You can see that time there between himself and Theo, a closer gap back to Jörn Horbelt, and now we're going to have a bigger break to wait for Steve Legale to come through. There he is, with John Suter chasing hard still. Ismail Yakubu in 6th place comes through.
No, John, no!
Ismail once more, the big gap, and then it's going to be Sven Arne Andersen. Jakob Skov follows through in the silver and white car. Stop it, boys. Jeff Lasecki, Ingemar Peterson, Paul Fennick comes through as well. Nick Lawrence will be round the corner in a few seconds' time. There he is, Nick Lawrence in the white and blue. And we have Gaspar Zupan. And any moment now will be Mario Roncha, fellow German here tonight. Getting it through. There we go. So let's have a look back where the leaders are doing. Dan O'Neill, 150.9 miles an hour. He's managed to pull out that gap back to Theo now to 2.5 seconds, and he looks like it's slowly increasing. Let's try and get an idea of whether any of them are going to be pitting soon. Doesn't look like it for Dan O'Neill or Theo van der Brink, but we are approaching halfway. We should see some pit stops happening quite soon. We'll try and keep an eye on that pit lane. Kegel number 6 says, "Hey guys, excellent stream. Why, thank you. What does it take to be a part of these race department races? Well, it doesn't take much. It takes
That's half distance.
10 euros of your hard-earned money, but that gives you a year's worth of access, unrestricted access to any of the club races and any of the league races if you sign up as well. And obviously the forum areas for premium members as well. So 10 euros is something when I initially signed up when I was looking for races, particularly with Automobilista, or at the time it was called Game.car. It's evolved into Automobilista. I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I want to part with my hard-earned money just for a bit of sim racing. But for myself, one evening's entertainment is worth that 10 euros, and throughout the year I get to do quite a few races, so it's certainly well worth it. Oh no, there's contact between Jörn and Theo. Oh, hopefully there's no damage. Don't forget to turn damage off, Theo, before you get in there, because there was certainly a heavy shunt.
Too late.
Oh, okay, Jörn Horbelt. Jörn looks like he either outbroke himself, or I don't know. It looks like that was the most likely thing. Possibly. So Theo's he's got a bit of damage there. He'll have to repair that. Didn't manage to turn off the damage before getting in. Steve Legale is in the pits as well. As Theo makes it out. And Jörn Horbelt does as well. Looks like they both repaired the damage. So Jörn Horbelt has got the place. We'll have to see if Jörn gives that place back again. And the contact that effectively allowed him past Theo. We'll see if Jörn gives that place back to Theo. He does. That's excellent club racing. We try and do Kegel number 6. You were just asking about RaceDepartment. These club races, they're a friendly event. Hopefully you can hear everybody having fun over the TeamSpeak. They're concentrating, but they're enjoying it at the same time. And one of the rules we have is if you manage to gain a place due to accidental contact, then you need to give that place back, basically. So there's no advantage to either person. And Jörn Horbelt has just been a perfect example of that, giving that place back to Theo after his mistake under braking. So that leaves Theo in 4th place, currently about 37 seconds behind Dan O'Neill, but Dan hasn't pitted yet. Let's see, Dan is coming around. Let's see if he goes in. Whereabouts is he? He's not on that part of the circuit. He has gone past the pit lane, so he's not pitting this lap. We'll come back to him in a moment. That puts Sven Arne Andersen into 2nd place, but he does have Michael Temple all over the back of his car. They turn in for that corner, nose to tail.
Bugger off, Steve.
Passing me in the pits, how dare you?
Michael Temple and Sven Arne Andersen are in. They managed to make the speed limiter.
In front has increased. It's now about
Keep an eye on these two. Let's see if these positions change. I'll also watch for Dan O'Neill, who's about halfway around the track. Hope Sven Arne. What's happened, Ismail?
Turn your speed limiter off.
Speed limiter.
Yep. It's an extremely fast pit limiter in this track.
Oh, is it?
200k.
Oh, is that the pit lane speed limit? Is it 200k?
That's the pit lane
Yep.
speed limit on this version of the track, yes.
Blooming hell, no worries.
Pit
Okay,
limit,
so,
what's the
speed limit?
Pit lane.
so Sven Arne Andersen and Michael Temple are both out of the pits. I think they swapped position. It looks like, yes, Michael Temple has lost quite a lot of time. Don't know if he had damage there or changed more tyres, or maybe Sven's cunning strategy, maybe he changed only 2 tyres rather than the full 4. Sven, it looks like you've got your speed limiter on as well. I can see from the trackside camera it's flashing away there. Sven, if you can hear me, you've got your speed limiter on. Oh, it doesn't have the team speed.
No, it doesn't use it.
I'm going to cheekily do that in chat then, boys. Please, Sven Arne, you have pit limiter on. Hopefully he sees that. Oh, he's got it on, off now. Fantastic, he's turned it off now. Okay, yes, Sven Arne Andersen is in 8th place. Michael lost a bit of time there in the pits. Dan O'Neill, he's pitted, I think. Have you pitted, Dan, or are you in the pits?
Yeah, pitted now.
He's pitted. So he retains his first place, and Theo is still in second. Jörn Horbelt is in third place. I'm expecting to see that battle progress into the last 10 minutes of the race. We managed to get up to 8 million viewers. Hopefully we get to the double figures tonight. 8 million people. Thank you, Kegel number 6, for your comments in the chat before. If any of you other guys want to ask questions in chat, please feel free to do so.
front tyres are cold.
So the closest racing now seems to be between Ingemar Peterson, Paul Fennick and Gaspar Zuccarello. There are around a second between each of them. Let's go down the field a little and take a look at those cars. There we go, riding with Gaspar there as he gets a little twitch as he tries to get the power down next to that corner. One of the hardest corners I find on the track. Oh, he's locked up. Can he hold on to it? I do hope that wasn't commentator curse. I don't know if Gaspar is in TeamSpeak or not, but he's managed to get that car facing the right way again. Back out again. So riding with now Ingemar Peterson. Ingemar, looks like you've got a drive-through, I think, if you're not aware.
That's correct.
Yeah, no problem, just making sure you're aware, that's all. So Ingemar's going to have to go in for a drive-through penalty. Maybe speeding in the pits, I'm not sure what the cause was. But
Track violation.
Oh, track violation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ingemar, for letting us know. So yeah, it's going to not be the best for Ingemar's race, but the speed limit in the pits is high, so hopefully he can minimise the damage that will cause.
200.
If you can get through that first chicane, yes, 200, the chicane in the pit lane rather, 200 kilometres I believe.
Left side.
Let's
Last
see
lap
who
was
else
L1,
is
33.1.
close. Jeff Lasecki and Nick Lawrence look like they're having a good old battle.
33.2.
You struggling there, Steve?
No, bit of a problem with the back marker.
Ah, fair enough. Just going to say you suddenly dropped back by a couple of
is
seconds.
in 14th place. We can see that, Jeff Lasecki rather is in 14th place, Nick Lawrence in 13th place. Their top speeds are very similar, and there's about a second gap between the two. I'm not sure if Nick is pulling out a gap or not. It is, in fact, that gap has closed up significantly there through that final chicane. So Jeff got a very nice line through there, pulled back about half a second on Nick Lawrence. So riding from the rear rig now of Nick looking back at Jeff Lasecki. Fastest lap now for Theo van der Brinker, 132.936. So Theo putting the pressure on to try and keep Björn Horbelt at bay. I don't think Theo will be able to catch Dan O'Neill unless Dan makes a bigger mistake. There's 7 minutes left in the race, but that would mean that Theo would have to pull in a whole second on every single lap. And just as I said that, Ismail Yakubu sets a new fastest lap of 132.201. Oh, screens on Theo. I can see he's dropped down to 3rd place. Something's obviously gone wrong. Let's go and take a look at what's happened.
That sounds like the commentator's curse to me.
I wasn't. Well, we weren't watching him at the time. We just mentioned him. We mentioned him, but we weren't. He wasn't on camera. We didn't. Oh, sorry. So Theo, yes, he had the commentator curse. Just a mere mention of his name puts him into a frenzy, and he can't control his vehicle in this state. And he's lost that place down to 3rd. Björn Horbelt has picked up 2nd place from him. He did prior to, or just prior to that, whatever incident he had, slide or running wide. Did you spin, or did you just outbrake yourself, Theo, and lose a bit of time?
Out-accelerated myself.
Oh, out-accelerated, indeed. So yes, lost a bit of time. But just prior to that, he had set the fastest lap just before Ismail beat his fastest lap. So Theo will now try to claw back 2nd place. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, John Suter and Steve Legale are still having an excellent race.
That's because he won't bugger off.
Will he not leave you alone?
No.
Oh, leave him alone. He's the admin.
He's obsessed with me for some reason.
He'll give you a weight penalty. Oh, you know, we're up to 9 million viewers. We nearly got double figures, 9 whole million people watching. So I'm glad, guys, you all left your streams on so to boost those figures. Thank you very much.
No problem. I can turn my 2 laptops and my other 3 PCs off next then.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. Well, good job. I better not stop the stream or we'll have 0 viewers. And then what will happen? Yes, Steve Legale he's still at half a second and 5 minutes to go. He's trying to pressure John into a mistake.
Not going to happen again.
It's not going to happen again. He says with confidence, it's always a dangerous thing. Plus he's got the distraction and the commentator curse. As John is defending hard, Steve's looking on the outside, then the inside, then the outside once more. Who can get the power down better on the exit of the corner? Oh, I don't know if John just missed the gear slightly there, maybe changed just a fraction too late from the engine noise there. Steve Legale's got the slipstream. Oh, he's closing. I don't know if he's going to have time. He's having a look. I think it's a wishful look there for Steve. Oh, nearly the world champion for Steve. Oh, the little cheeky look by Steve Legale meant he didn't have the perfect line into the corner that leads to the Wall of Champions, but he manages to keep it out there, kicking up a lot of dirt, but he doesn't hit the wall. I think damage is set pretty low tonight, probably around the 10 or 50%. Oh, it's smoked the tyres. Oh, John must have been worried for his rear wing there.
I've never even seen him.
Not the first time you've had Steve because you got rapidly behind you, is it, John?
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's for me.
Steady boys.
Dirty old man.
We'll have no innuendo here. This is a very sensible club race.
I don't know which one you're watching then.
Alright, we're going to do our best not to distract these boys anymore because they are having a great race. We wouldn't want to spoil it. It's pretty much the closest race. I'm looking at the other time at the moment. Everybody else, generally speaking, got a second or so between them, if not more. But Steve Legale once more has a look to the inside. John is defending. He locks his tyres. Steve's on the outside. He gives space for John. The brake discs are glowing. Who can get the power down better? John makes it through, but he's got Steve just next to him. Can we get the camera around? We can. Steve's going to have the inside line, side by side. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous point. Oh, looks like John has the bigger balls through there. So I hear. And Steve once more brushes with death against the champion wall. Oh, Steve's really pushing hard, very hard. Oh, is that giving you a track limit violation?
No.
Went wide there.
One more and I get a penalty.
Oh, but it does if you
Oh,
get
yeah,
close
yeah.
to the Champions Wall.
It does, yeah.
That's a
I've been
shame.
here
You
once.
can't. You know, the Champions Wall's pretty much the limit. If you run wide, you don't really get anything because of the loss of traction. But anyway, so yes, Steve's late time that you get a track limit violation. You can have a maximum of 3 on the 4th one, I believe. You have to do a drive-through penalty. That is not what Steve wants, so he has no more lives, I believe. The next one will give him a drive-through, so he's got to try and push to gain that place off John Suter, but he also can't afford to run wide anywhere. And he's once more pulling level with John. He's got the outside line though. Oh, he's got to be careful. He holds it together nicely. This is some quality driving from these two.
I'm bloody sweaty palms anyway.
Once more, John defending his lock. He's got to have flat spot. Oh dear.
No!
Oh, he's through.
I love
You think
that.
John's going to have this slipstream? And don't forget, Steve will have the pressure now. If he makes one little mistake towards that Champions Wall, no pressure. No pressure. Then he will get a drive-through. The last thing we want is to see a drive-through dictate the winner. Oh, John had a cheeky little look. Steve hold it together. I think Steve took a slightly more sedate pace through there this time to ensure. Indeed, so less than a minute to go. I think we might have this plus one more is my gut instinct. I think Dan O'Neill will get round to trigger another lap. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
It's now 14.
I'm not sure if I will.
So we've got 40 seconds on the clock. Yeah, it's going to be Chingo. I think it depends on whether you get into sector 2 as to whether you get another lap or not. I think somebody mentioned that. I don't know.
Nick, don't you have a blue flag, mate? Thanks.
Sorry, mate.
Too much on the steer.
Oh no, Steve's the galley's making it count now. John is trying to keep that pressure on to force Steve into that mistake for the drive-through, but I don't think it's going to happen. Steve has managed to pull out enough of a gap, but that was some of the most exciting driving we've had all race. But meanwhile, Sven Arne Andersen and Michael Temple are having a quality race. We can see the gap there. Let's see if Michael Temple, as the clock has gone past 0, will keep an eye on the Dan O'Neill. In fact, we're going to switch quickly back to Dan, see him cross the finish line. Does it count as a win for Dan O'Neill, or does he have to do another lap? One more lap, I think, for Dan. Yes, indeed. So Dan's got one more lap. Everybody's going to have one more lap to do to see if they can gain any more places. So going back to Sven Arne Andersen and Michael Temple, just 0.3 of a second between the two. Michael Temple giving a little look on the inside there. He's trying to pressure Sven into a mistake. He gets the better line through the hairpin, but Sven's taking a good line for blocking the overtake move there.
That was lucky.
Oh, they're side by side. The camper. Oh, there's contact. There's a lot of contact. I think they hold on. I think half dozen one and 6 of the other. They're hoping to have obtained damage. They'll have one more lap to try and decide the victor of that fight there. There just wasn't enough space for both cars through that very fast chicane on the straight that leads into the start-finish. Big twitch for Michael Temple. He's trying as hard as he can to get back up to Sven Arne Andersen.
Going along the guy in front. The gap is.
Did you change tyres, John?
We're going to stay with this pair, even though Dan O'Neill is about to win the race. He has a comfortable lead of 10 seconds over Ewan Horbelt. But this exciting battle between Sven and Michael Temple for 6th and 7th place. We're going to stick with it. Dan O'Neill has finished. A very good finish for Dan. 10 seconds over Ewan. Oh, Michael's outbreakers have got on the grass there. We can see those back tyres just clipping the grass. That's a shame. That was a great battle. I think Michael will be able to get back out without losing any places. He's got about a 10-second window back to Ingemar Peterson. So looks like the order won't have any effect there with that, or won't be affected rather by that spin.
Well done, Dan.
Battle as he watched John Suter cross the line, and whilst the other drivers cross, there's no particular close battle. We're going to go back and we're going to run through the final standings. So a win for Dan O'Neill. He had a 10.2 second gap over Jörn Horbel. So good race for Dan. He qualified in pole position. He pretty much held it for the whole race, apart from, I believe, a brief moment when the pit stops happened towards the middle of the race. Jörn Horbel was in second. Third place was Theo van der Brink. A good race for Theo. He had a couple of off-track moments, but despite this, he held on to third place. Steve Legale in fourth. John Suter and Steve Legale had a great race. We saw a lot of that towards the end of about 75% through. They were having a great battle. John defending from lap after lap. Steve Legale looking for a way round. Ismail Yakubu in 6th place. A good race for Ismail. Sven Arne Andersen in 7th. Ingemar Peterson in 8th. Michael Temple in 9th. And we saw Ingemar and Michael having a tooth and nail fight there at the end. Michael just got the car on the grass and it led to a spin, but it didn't affect the positions as it happened in the end. And then we have Jakob Skarv in 10th, Paul Fennick in 11th, Jeff Lesecki in 12th, Nick Lawrence in 13th place, Gaspar Zupan in 14th, Mario Runge in 15th place. And unfortunately, Daniel Radel, he was DQ'd. He didn't spot the drive-through penalty that he was issued, and so he got DQ'd. But it's a learning experience for everybody, and Daniel said he will be back to race another time. So thank you very much, drivers. I hope you've had a good race. Have you enjoyed it, boys?
Yeah.